Welcome back. We're going to be talking about the Federalists and Anti-Federalists, the two groups that got together after the Constitution or during the Constitutional Convention, and they had very differing views about who supported what and what they thought should happen with our new nation. We've already talked about our Federalists, and now let's flip it around to the other side so we can talk about the Anti-Federalists. Same way we did our Federalist notes. Let's write Anti-Federalists at the top. Anti-Federalists. So the word we need to know here is anti. This is against the national, anti-federal. They did not want that. One more thing we need to do is right down the middle, draw a big line right there to equaling your Federalist line. Okay, let's take some notes like we did on the right side and draw a picture on the left side, just like our Federalist notes. So, our Anti-Federalists wanted a limited national government. Limited national governments. They wanted states to have rights. They felt like the government should be controlled by ordinary citizens. Because in the Declaration, it says all men are created equal. And so they felt like if our government is not controlled by ordinary citizens, then we open ourselves up to a lot of problems. Remember, the Federalists wanted the wealthy, the well-educated. But the Anti-Federalists feel like it is an everyman's game. Anybody can get into the politics and in the government and help run it successfully. That was their main idea. They liked farms and artisans, people who made stuff, and skilled workers. These are your people who get their hands dirty. They do a lot of things. They build things. They farm things. These guys are your everyday kind of guys. They felt like the banks belonged in the states, not the national government. They also wanted free trade. They wanted free trade. And what they wanted to do was limit protective tariffs that the Federalists wanted. They wanted to limit those. Now, they loved France. They loved France. Okay? They wanted to be allies with France. They felt France could do them a lot of good. So we have these two groups. Soon after our Revolutionary War, one wanting to be allies with Britain and the other wanting to be allies with France. And the thing about these Anti-Federalists is they were not happy because they felt there needed to be more to the Constitution, not just these general rules, but there needed to be things instituted, laws passed that valued the everyday citizen. And so they insisted on the Bill of Rights. Insisted on the Bill of Rights. And by having the Bill of Rights, this limits the national government. Okay, some famous guys we need to know. Thomas Jefferson. A man named George Mason. I think George Mason is the one who got up in Congress and said, I will cut off my right arm if we do not have a Bill of Rights or something like that. He was very adamant that we needed a Bill of Rights. And Patrick Henry. Famous line from Patrick Henry is, give me liberty or freedom or give me death. Give me liberty or give me death. Okay, so those are our notes on the Anti-Federalists. Let's go over to our other side and let's draw a picture and take some kind of final notes about the Anti-Federalists. You can imagine we did an F on the Federalists. We're going to do an A on the Anti-Federalists. So draw a big A here. Okay. Now, remember your Anti-Federalists. We want no central government. Okay? We want the states to have rights. Okay? Those are two big things with the Anti-Federalists. We wanted to limit the executive branch. And so one thing that we did was the Federalists wrote the Federalist Papers, and you can kind of put it together that the Anti-Federalists wrote the Anti-Federalist Papers. The Anti-Federalist Papers. They felt that the Federalists got their way felt the government would only serve the wealthy and lose sight of the common man. Let's see, I'm gonna go here. Patrick Henry wanted a Bill of Rights, demanded a Bill of Rights. Okay, he was the most outspoken. Most outspoken was Patrick Henry. And George Mason said we needed individual rights. George Mason said we needed individual rights. Okay, so our big thing as Anti-Federalists is we would agree to the Constitution. We would agree to the Constitution if the Bill of Rights is added. We would only agree to the Constitution if the Bill of Rights is added. Well, there's your Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Know them. Bye.